Hi, and thank you for visiting my channel. For more information, kindly subscribe and follow. Now let's get started. A major WWE superstar delivered a three-word warning to Roman Reigns ahead of tonight's edition of Raw. Reigns defeated Solo Sikoa in a tribal combat match on Raw's debut episode on Netflix earlier this month. Karrion Kross is the leader of the Final Testament, and the faction has spent the past few months in a rivalry with the Wyatt Six on the Red brand. However, Kross announced last week that Uncle Howdy's faction had transferred to SmackDown. Ahead of this week's edition of Raw, Kross took to his Instagram story to send a three-word cryptic warning to Roman Reigns and the OG bloodline. You can check out the leader of the Final Testament's warning on Instagram by clicking here. Reigns became the official tribal chief once again with his victory over Solo Sikoa earlier this month. Sikoa returned this past Friday night on SmackDown, but refused to address the crowd after they booed him relentlessly. Bill Apter predicts Roman Reigns and a popular WWE star will be the final two in the Men's Royal Rumble. Wrestling veteran Bill Apter recently predicted that Roman Reigns and John Cena would be the final two WWE superstars in the Men's Royal Rumble match next month. Cena will be retiring at the end of 2025 and announced earlier this month that he would be competing in his final Royal Rumble match on February 1st. Speaking on Sportskeeda Wrestling Smack Talk, Apter suggested that Reigns and Cena would be the last two in the match next month and added that he was excited to see how it would play out. This whole scenario makes the Royal Rumble even more exciting storyline-wise. You've got Roman Reigns declares, "I'm gonna get my title back," and you got John Cena saying, "I'm getting number 17 from that spot." This has put a new line of excitement and tension in which one of them are going to win, because the last two guys left, if it's going by storyline here, will probably be Roman Reigns and John Cena. I'm excited to see what's gonna happen with that, said Apter. From 720 onwards, Reigns has made it known that he is coming after the undisputed WWE Championship once again. It will be fascinating to see which star wins the Men's Royal Rumble match next month to earn a title shot at WWE WrestleMania 41. The atmosphere inside the WWE headquarters was electric, with anticipation building for the upcoming Monday Night Raw. It had been a turbulent week for Roman Reigns, the Universal Champion, who had dominated WWE for over 3 years, leaving a trail of broken bodies and shattered egos in his wake. But now, someone was prepared to challenge the reign of the tribal chief. A major star, one with a legacy of their own, had made their intentions clear in an explosive social media post that sent shockwaves through the WWE universe. The post was simple, succinct, and left no room for misinterpretation. Just 3 words, "I'm coming, Roman." It wasn't just any superstar making this claim. It was the one and only Seth Rollins, a man who had a complex history with Roman Reigns. Their rivalry had spanned years, with Rollins moving from being a former member of the Shield to a multi-time world champion in his own right. Their paths had crossed time and time again, from betrayal in the past to bitter competition in the present. But now Rollins had sent a bold message. He was coming for Reigns, and this time, it wasn't about personal grudges. It was about something far greater, the future of WWE itself. As Monday Night Raw drew nearer, the social media buzz was relentless. Fans were frantically discussing Rollins' cryptic message, speculating about its meaning. Was this just a mind game, a playful tease? Or was there more to it? Some believed it was the start of a long-awaited feud, while others thought Rollins was simply trying to stir the pot and rattle Reigns ahead of his next title defense. Either way, it was clear that Rollins had everyone's attention, and that was exactly the point. Inside the WWE locker room, the news of Rollins' warning had reverberated like an electric shock. The superstars knew that when Rollins made a statement like that, he meant business. His words weren't empty threats. They were a challenge, a promise, and most importantly, a declaration of war. Roman Reigns, however, was in a different part of the arena, meditating in his private locker room, away from the chaos. With Paul Heyman standing by his side, Reigns had heard the news. The tribal chief had learned to deal with his opponents in his own way, calm, collected, and always one step ahead. Paul Heyman, as usual, was the first to speak. "Roman, I've seen many challengers come and go, but Seth Rollins is a different animal. He's always been obsessed with you, with the idea of dethroning you. You cannot take his warning lightly." Reigns looked up from the chair he was sitting in, his piercing eyes focused on the man who had served as his advocate for so long. "I'm not worried about Seth. He's had his chances, Paul. He's been in my way before, and he'll be in my way again, but he doesn't scare me." Heyman, sensing Reigns' calm demeanor, continued, "But Roman, this isn't just about Seth. This is about the legacy you've built. The entire WWE Universe is watching, waiting to see what you do next. And now Seth Rollins has made it clear. He's coming for everything you've built." Reigns stood up, towering over Heyman. His demeanor shifted, and the fire of the tribal chief ignited in his eyes. "I built this empire, Paul. No one, not even Seth Rollins, is going to tear it down. He can come, but he won't be leaving with anything but a broken body." As Raw's opening credits rolled, the arena was filled with the usual thunderous cheers from the WWE Universe. The fans were eagerly awaiting what was to come, knowing that the night would be filled with drama, surprises, and, of course, the arrival of Roman Reigns. The tribal chief's entrance was as grand as ever, with the unmistakable beat of his theme music blaring through the speakers. The camera zoomed in on his menacing expression, his eyes narrowed, his posture exuding nothing but power. Paul Heyman followed behind him, ever the loyal advocate. Roman made his way to the ring, his Universal Championship draped over his shoulder, the weight of his reign felt by everyone in the building. He was a king on his throne, but every king had challengers, and Seth Rollins had just thrown down the gauntlet. As Reigns stood in the center of the ring, the lights dimmed, and the unmistakable sound of the visionary Seth Rollins theme blared through the arena. The crowd erupted in excitement, their reaction mixed with curiosity and anticipation. Rollins, looking as confident as ever, made his entrance, microphone in hand. Rollins paused at the top of the ramp, staring down Reigns in the ring. The tension was palpable. The two men had been enemies before, but this time, it felt different. This wasn't just about animosity. This was about the future, the very heart of WWE. Rollins lifted the microphone to his lips. "Roman," he said with a grin, "you've had your time at the top. You've made everyone believe that no one can beat you, that you're untouchable. But I'm here to remind you that no one is ever truly untouchable. Not even you." The crowd roared, feeding off Rollins' fiery words. "I'm coming for you, Roman," Seth continued, his voice steady and unwavering. "And this time, when I take that title from you, it won't just be a victory for me. It'll be a victory for every single person in this company who's been overlooked, overshadowed, and ignored. This is about more than just us. It's about the future of this company." Reigns narrowed his eyes, the tension between the two men crackling like electricity. Rollins had hit a nerve, and he could sense it. But the tribal chief wasn't about to show weakness. With a slight chuckle, he lifted the microphone to his own lips, his voice cold and calculating. "Let me make one thing clear, Seth," Reigns said. "You can come for me all you want. You can make all the noise you want. But when you step into this ring with me, you'll learn something the hard way. You're not on my level." Rollins smirked, his eyes never leaving Reigns. "We'll see about that, Roman. We'll see who's really on top when the dust settles." The two men locked eyes, the WWE Universe buzzing with excitement. The stage was set, and the challenge had been made. The three-word warning had been delivered, and now the battle for WWE supremacy would begin. As the camera panned out, the sound of the crowd's cheers and jeers filled the arena. There was no turning back now.